Sometimes I need to remind them to extricate their heads out of their backsides and get with the program. But I generally use much simpler terms so they can understand me. Good morning, beautiful people. This is Mama Goob, and I wanted to continue my discussion on Amberlyn Reid. I wanted to share with you the 3 videos, heavily edited and sped up, of course, that really made me realize what this chick is all about. Money, money, money! And I'll prove it to you. Oof, I hope I just didn't get a copyright strike for that. I'm going to split this into 3 parts, as this is going to be a long run. I feel really passionate about this subject, and this is part of the reason why I created a YouTube channel. As always, this is just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not even a financial advisor. I come at this as a 40-something mom who has been morbidly obese, had surgery, which changed my life. I want nothing but the best for Amber and everyone else suffering with morbid obesity. I'm not saying anything here that I wouldn't say to my young adult children. Sometimes I need to remind them to extricate their heads out of their backsides and get with the program. But I generally use much simpler terms so they can understand me. There is nothing sadder than someone keeping themselves in poor health just because they think it's the only way to keep a roof over their head. The sad thing is that it didn't have to be this way for Amberlyn Reid. She could have easily chosen a different path in life. When she was with Destiny, she worked at an old age home and actually seemed to enjoy it. She could have easily made that into a career. Perhaps it would have inspired her to get a home health care certification, or maybe even she could have been motivated to be an RN. Who knows? Anything is possible. But she didn't do any of that. Instead, she traded gaining an obscene amount of weight, like 200 pounds, to sit on her butt, collect junk, order DoorDash, and make videos featuring herself as a lolcow. And just let the monthly 5-figure checks roll in. But in my opinion, this is a fantastic gig. Heck, my combined income is nowhere near the 5-figure mark per month. And I have 2 bachelor's degrees and a professional certification. The problem as I see it is that is she going to be able to make money on these videos in 10 years when she's like 42, assuming she isn't unalived by then? Is she socking money away in an IRA? I doubt it. Her views are vastly decreasing as she's used to getting over 100K views per video. And now if she cracks 50K, it's because her thumbnails show either an unflattering picture of herself or she's eating food in a way that borders obscenity. I want to help this woman before it's too late and she goes the way by Life by Jen, which I may talk about at some point. Before we roll the video, let me give you a bit of background and why I think I'm uniquely qualified to help her. As I've said before, I've been obese my entire life. When I was young, my doctor was very concerned and he wanted me to get help before it was too late. So during the summer between 8th grade and high school, the year was 1989, he sent me to an inpatient ED treatment center, and I was diagnosed as bulimic, as binge eating disorder, BED, hadn't made it to the DSM yet. I spent 6 weeks there, and I learned many coping techniques to live with my ED, which was mostly described as compulsive eating rather than binge eating. This inpatient program treated it as if it were an addiction, and it was built on the 12-step method, and we went to weekly Alcoholics Anonymous and Overeaters Anonymous meetings. I had to eliminate sugar from my diet, similar to the way an alcoholic eliminates alcohol, as they feel sugar triggered our addictions. It worked really well, and I was able to maintain being just overweight throughout high school. But life happened, and I gained it all back through college and was mostly morbidly obese from the age of 22 to about 37 and after 2 kids. Although I didn't have the trauma like Amber did, But I had similar experiences as she did throughout her childhood, as I was teased mercilessly, including pinching and kicking in school, and the teachers were almost as bad as the students. With that background, let's move on to the video and discuss the first and second time she sought out weight loss surgery. In the past few weeks, she's discussed her third real attempt. The first part of the video, which is going to be broken up between today and tomorrow, was posted back in June 2019. And the last part of the video, which I'll show you in the third part, was posted during November 2020.
So I haven't ate anything today. I've been awake for a few hours. I really want to start whatever program he wants to put me on. I want to start today. That's like my goal, but I'm not sure how the rest of today is going to go, but I really do want to start today. So little recap. My highest weight is 572.4.
572 was close to her supposed highest weight of 574.
The last time I told you guys about my weight, I was 567.0. So I want to put the weight in that I was today right here. All right, you guys, so today's the day where I see my weight loss doctor. There are some fans on, but okay, let's do this. June 6th, I'm gonna weigh myself.
Hello. It's ready.
562.2, and if you guys remember, the last time I weighed in for you, I was at 567.0. So that means in total, I'm down about like 10 pounds.
562.2. Hey, she can lose weight on her own. Problem solved.
From my highest weight, and I'm down almost 6 since I last updated you guys. So I just figured that's a good thing to document because today is going to be the first day, hopefully the first day of the rest of my life. Oh my God, so cliche and annoying. They just weighed me 2 pounds heavier than I was this morning, but this morning I weighed naked. Yeah, that's your clothes. And also I have like earrings on now and stuff.
Those are some big earrings. So,
hey guys, so I'm out of the appointment. I'll let you guys know how that went. But right now I'm just at Kroger's. I need to do some grocery shopping, obviously, because I have to start eating differently tomorrow. And the doctor, oh my God, I actually really liked him. He was stern, but he was also funny. Anyways, but he literally told me start tomorrow, so I'm starting tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just at Kroger's right now.
obviously she has to grocery shop. I think this is Amber's favorite part of starting a new diet program.
We have a lot of food in our cabinets that I can't eat. Babe, what are we gonna do with all this?
I don't know.
I guess just leave it for now because I don't want to sit there and like watch me put away my groceries. Oh God, this is probably so moldy.
So I never understood the people that throw out all their bad food in their pantry. I would just always finish it up and not buy it again.
We probably had that for I can tell you how long. So the weight loss doctor, he was stern, he was honest, he was funny, and he seemed a little bit rushed, but I can understand why. Like, he had a whole bunch of people. Like, he is like the weight loss doctor of the world. Like, I love it. Like, you could tell that he has just done this for a long time. He lost weight himself. Anyways, we're not like trying to go in the history of him.
Despite what she's saying here, I think she was mostly pissed off that the doctor talked about himself so much. Well, Amber just wanted to talk about herself and her bed, which even though she never mentioned this, but I think the reason why the doctor was not recommending bariatric surgery on her, despite her flirting with 600 pounds, we will get to this shortly.
But I just want to let everyone know that it went really good. He did start off by saying, you need weight loss surgery. And he was explaining how it's so much money and that I would also lose weight actually slower getting weight loss surgery versus not getting weight loss surgery.
So I'm calling BS. If the doctor would have said this to me, I would have immediately walked out of there. Weight loss surgery is slower than doing it, but with a lifestyle change? Not her, but wait, it will get worse.
And he explained it a little bit more, and he said that your best bet is to just follow kind of what I tell you to do, and you'll lose weight faster. The thing is, this shocked me. He doesn't want me to lose weight super quick. He said about 8 pounds a month. And that got me shocked because, I could probably lose 8 pounds in a week, especially in the beginning. But we made little goals, especially what he thinks is doable, where he wants me to be a certain weight on July 4th of 2020. And he did a certain weight on July 4th of 2021. And then he went all the way until 4 years from now. And 4 years from now, he thinks I can weigh 310. And I know to a lot of people, that's like still like super heavy, like you're still obese. But he explained that me.
Okay, let's see if I can understand this properly. Weight loss surgery would be too slow, but here, let me recommend a speedy weight loss of 8 pounds a month. Amber isn't wrong. She could easily lose 8 pounds in a week just by cutting out DoorDash.
Me being 310 pounds 4 years from now versus me being 600 pounds in just a couple of months is going to be amazing, and that's the way to do this. And I just sat there and I listened to him, and I was honest to him about all the diets I've done and why I am the way I am, and he just was very honest. And it did make me sad when he was just like, I don't want you to die. And I'm just like, I don't want to die either. So I will be doing a certain meal plan, and I already went grocery shopping. I actually already filmed the video showing the groceries I bought and showing what kind of foods I'm going to be eating and what the meal plan consists of. And I was nervous to film that because a lot of people have opinions, and a lot of people, I just don't want people's opinions to ruin my progress or to make me think oh, should I be doing this? Am I doing something wrong? When literally a professional weight loss doctor told me to do this. So it's hard to sometimes come on here and be like, okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing, because just so many people disagree with everything, and people just think that their way is the only way. And I think that's what's the most frustrating, because it's there's so many different ways to lose weight, Woo!
Shh, Amber, here's a secret. If you don't want people criticizing your diet, then don't tell them. Then, if you want, after you lose all the weight, you can tell people how you did it.
I'm talking too much. But yeah, the appointment went good. And I don't know. Oh, this part. This part. Oh my God. He was like, how often do you weigh yourself? I was like, sometimes every day, sometimes 3 times a day. Sometimes I'll forget to weigh myself. Sometimes I won't weigh myself for 2 weeks, And he looks at Becky and goes, throw away the scale. I'm like, you're going to do what to my scale? He doesn't want me to weigh myself until I go to his office again in 2 weeks, because I'm going back in 2 weeks to do a checkup and see how well I'm doing, if we need to switch anything, if I'm losing weight right. And I'm just like, do what now? You don't want me to weigh myself. So I'm sorry, but there's going to be no, weigh-ins from Amberlyn. But you guys will be seeing the way that I eat, the things that I'm eating.
In my opinion, I don't think Amber likes to weigh for herself to really monitor her health. I really think she does it to monetize her health. And in my belief, if she wasn't a YouTube star, she wouldn't bother weighing herself at all.
And you guys will be, still part of that journey. And he also was like, what kind of activity do you do? And I explained to him, I can only walk about 3 minutes, And he was like, I want you to walk for 2 minutes 5 times a day. So I was like, okay, we can make that work. So, he's very realistic, but he's also strict. It's the mixture of everything you need, I feel like. I want to follow my weight loss.
In this video, she's going to talk about how, and show some things that she'll be eating. I cut a bunch out because I don't think y'all want to watch Amber show each item that she bought.
Doctor's orders, because he's done this before. He has lost weight himself, and he's kept it off for I think he said 15 years, and he has so many patients, hundreds and hundreds. I'm pretty sure probably thousands, I'm gonna be real, that he's worked with in the past, ever since he became a weight loss doctor. Even just while I was there, there were so many people in the waiting room, and every single one of them had their own story. you can tell some of them were super comfortable there because they were talking to the receptionist like they've known them forever. So it's very like, if this makes sense, it's a very grounding feeling knowing that people keep coming back and that people are making progress with this weight loss doctor, and people like this dude so much that they just keep coming back. And he knows what he's talking about because he's made tons of people lose weight. So yeah, this video is a like grocery haul slash what am I going to be eating for the next 2 weeks, because that's when I'm going to be seeing him again, is in 2 weeks. And he wants to,
spoiler alert, no she won't,
check on progress, see what I've been eating, how I've been eating, how much weight I've lost. So I don't want to go into like grave detail because I'm going to talk more like about that in my vlog and such. But this video is strictly what I'm going to be eating for each meal that he told me to eat. I'm not just like making this up and pulling this out of my butt, I promise. He told me what to eat, how much to eat. Fun thing is, I don't have to count calories. I am so excited for that, I can't even. He told me the reason why he doesn't want me to count calories is because he doesn't want me to get overwhelmed and stop. He says a lot of people who count calories fail. So I was like...
Spoiler alert again. Oh, yes, she will. Doctor's orders be damned.
That's true. I've been trying to count calories my whole life, and look at where I'm at now. So for my first meal, I don't have all the ingredients for that. So I'm going to have there's two options. I'm going to have eggs with bacon, which that's something that I personally love eating, and you guys know that. I don't have the bacon now. I have to go to the store and get it, because the store I went to earlier didn't have the bacon. Eggs and bacon is option number 1, and it was so funny, because I was like, I'm allowed to eat bacon? Oh, I didn't say, this is a high-protein, low-carb diet. I've never actually truly done low-carb, so I'm nervous. But, you know, we're going to do what we can. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I'm trying to stay under 100 carbs, so...
100 carbs is still pretty high.
That's fun. Okay, so yeah, I was like, so I'm allowed to have bacon because there's a lot of people who like talk really mean stuff about me, like eating bacon. And he was like, who are these people? Like, do they decide what gas you put in their car, what shampoo you use on your hair? And I was like, that's a very good point. So yes, that is option number 1 for breakfast. Or option number 2 is a protein bar. So these have a little bit more carbs than I would like. But I'm supposed to have a protein bar that's either 20 grams or higher in protein. So those are my breakfast options just for this first 2 weeks.
Those are just basically yucky candy bars.
See, you know, how I do and such. So a lot of people are not going to agree with this, and I was pretty actually shook myself. But he says for either lunch or dinner, I think I'm going to do these for my lunches, to have a lean cuisine or a smart one or, you know, one of those frozen meals. But he said that he wants those meals to have 20 grams of protein, and it has to be under 400 calories. That is the only time that calories matter. Like, he doesn't want me to count calories, but he distinctively said, like, just make sure that is under 400 calories. So the next thing is dinner. What am I going to be having for dinner? So just to put it super easy, he said, do meats, veggies. That's pretty much all you need. I was just like, okay. And I was like, so does it matter what kind of meat? He said, no, any
That's
type
a
of
healthy option and a great thing to everyone, for everyone.
meat. And I love how he explained, you're still going to go out to eat. It's still going to happen. You're going to be in a hurry somewhere and you're going to have to stop at fast food. It's still going to happen. So he gave me tons of examples of what I can and can't eat for times like that. And a really good example that he showed me is, like, say you're like in a super big rush and you need to get some food in and you're like out doing something, swing by the McDonald's, get yourself a cheeseburger, take off half of the bun. And I was like, okay, I've actually seen a lot of low-carb people do that.
This was pre-pandemic, where she had no choice but to eat out, as they lived in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. And DoorDash wasn't there yet. Some say the reason she moved to Lexington is so she had better food delivery options.
For snacks, he named off 4 different types of snacks. He said, which one of these do you like? Do you like beef jerky, almonds, cottage cheese, or Greek yogurt? And I was like, I mean, I like all of those. I don't like Greek yogurt, but I didn't want to seem super picky. So I thought he was going to be like, okay, well, you know, if you need a snack, or I thought he was honestly going to say, have a snack in between each meal, because a lot of doctors say to do that. So I was expecting him to say, you know, choose one of those, switch it out so you don't get bored, da-da-da. No, that's not what he said. He said, choose one of those snacks and eat that every single day for the 2 weeks, and then come back and see me and tell me if you're sick of it. And I was like, okay. So he's like, which one do you choose? I chose pepper beef jerky.
Saltiest of the 3 options. I'm sure this won't end well for our sodium queen.
What he said to do with that is he said have one serving, eat it, and then walk away. And he said 30 minutes later, if you really feel like you need more, have another serving. He said you could do that a few times a day, but he said that I'm gonna get sick of it, so then I'm not gonna wanna snack as much. I don't know about that because I love me some beef jerky.
Well, there you have it. Amberlyn Reid has met her newest doctor and bought all the new food that she will be eating during this next phase of her life. Since we all know today that Amber is roughly the same weight as she was, so what is your bet on how many days or hours that this diet lasts? You'll have to tune in tomorrow to find out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you on the next video.